The waxman placed the wick into his own head and rushed out of the candle base with his children. As long as the flame atop his head stayed alive, his children would remain safe from hardening. As they fled, the children saw their father freeze in place on the path. The younger child hesitated, his hands starting to stiffen. By the time he could react, the mother was already far ahead. Meanwhile, the waxman's head began to burn fiercely, but she pressed on without slowing. After what felt like an endless run, the mother's upper body began to dissolve. The son used every ounce of his strength to help her take a few more steps, but she eventually crumbled into ash. Lowering his head, the son stood still, quietly waiting for the inevitable. Just then, flames flickered behind him. It was his brother. The older brother's head had already begun to melt, the wick barely holding its flame. He grabbed the flickering fire in his hand and kept moving forward, determined. As his right hand began to liquefy, he switched the candle to his left. When the destination came into sight, the waxman drove the wick into his head and threw himself from a cliff. His body erupted into a fiery blaze as it landed in a fresh candle base. Under the comforting glow of the new flame, his children emerged from the candles once again, safe and whole.